then why we talked about being our fairy godmother, and the whole thing is just a love frequency, because that's beautiful, babe, how you put that, because yeah, sometimes, see these other readers or whatever, right? They're gonna say, oh yeah, they're gonna give you the cute stuff, the stuff that you want to hear, right? But they ain't gonna give you that punch in the mouth that, hey, you need to do this. You know what I mean? Khadija told me in my reading, she was like, look, nigga, you need to do a 15-day fast. Straight up and down, because there's something going on inside of you and you just need to get it in like that. You feel me? So that was the important thing. Now I can't stop doing fast. Now I'm constantly doing fast. It's like I'm a fasting machine. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Every month I at least do a 5-day fast or something. You know what I mean? So it's kind of interesting how that whole thing plays out. But go ahead, Khadija, my bad.
Yeah. We're doing readings, and thank y'all. I appreciate the love, y'all. Y'all have sent much love back my way as well. But yeah, I'm glad y'all brought up readings, because with readings, what I have found is you do have to come with that love frequency, because the things that you may see, the things that you may hear, and most of the times people are coming to you very wounded, traumatized, seeking answers. They may be angry. There's a lot of different emotions stirring up inside of them. So sometimes people, I got into this saying, hey, don't ever take anything personal. Just always give love. Just treat people, that old golden rule people say. I kept it simple. Treat people how you want to be treated. Right. And I always, even in that though, like y'all mentioned, which is very important, you have to give people the real, even though they don't want to hear it. I had, especially my ladies, which we're going to talk a lot about women today, is Mother's Day. But my young ladies, especially, and my older ladies, when you tell them things like, for instance, if there is a lady comes out, well, I have a spell, somebody hex me, somebody spell me. Well, when I'm viewing and connecting and I'm not seeing that is actually stemming, or there's a cord somewhere else as far as someone attacking, you see people, they're attacking their own selves. So you have a lot of people placing a lot of blame. So they definitely don't want to hear when you say it's not them, it's you. Because when you start to understand how this work is, blaming is one of the highest forms of blockages. So when people start that place and blame, and then you hear the fear, there's a lot of fear in that. But so when I told one lady, I told that girl just went off and just was mad and upset. And of course, a couple of years later, she apologized. She said everything I said, she understood. Now she sent me a long letter, y'all, through mail and email to make sure that I got it. So over the years, that has happened where I have, people will get offended. And then there's big apologies once they truly do this work. Because when you truly do this work, when you truly tap into the magic, which we're going to talk a lot about magic today as well, it's very important in these times. They truly start to have self-discovery. And that's what a reader should bring everyone, to help them. We're guides to help people get back into their own self-discovery. That's it. A reader should not be, should not be more powerful. A reader should be doing the work for numerous amounts of years. That's why we're able to guide y'all, because we've already been there. So if we can guide y'all because we've already been there, that's the beauty of a reader, because you've been there yourself, not because you know what a diamond means, a spade means, what a trump means on a card, a certain type of writer's deck or whatever decks. There's so many decks out there now. Yeah, it has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with, that's a part of it, I'll say. That is definitely a part of it. But a big experience to read anybody is you have taken the excursions yourself,
Right.
Yeah, that's good.
Wow, Khadija. Listen, so let's go, because you just activated some things in me that I was just thinking, because earlier this week, as I'm thinking about, damn, we got Khadija coming on. Listen, Khadija, you are a wealth of knowledge. So I'm like, we can go in so many directions. But one thing that kept coming up to me is this question right here. why are people learning but not transforming? And I ask you that because exactly what you just said. You got people who do readings and who do things like that, and all they've done is actually learned the meaning of the card, but they haven't transformed to understand what that thing actually means. So talk to us about why people are learning like school books and stuff like that, or like researching and things like that, but they're actually not transforming. Because when you transform that, you can see it in your life experience.
Oh, definitely. It's that, I love that question, Lovely. Well, I will say it's about stages, at least it should be, because there's those of us that have been in this for so long, we know the first, when we entered into consciousness, our awareness, and started to question a lot of shit out there, the first thing we did is run to books. Back then, nobody was really into books. We was into partying, chilling, having fun, and escaping. And so when we ran to books to feed our intellect, our knowledge, so we wouldn't walk around here like a bunch of babbling idiot fools, we at least had some knowledge under our belt. So then when we had our pioneers that came in, of course, we got to talk about Bobby Hemmett, we had C. Freeman L., we had Jewel Cooper, and we had so many beautiful people coming and spreading information to us. And so everything was just information. So of course, it was getting into our intellect, which that was what was needed, and it's still needed at the time. The process, like everything, is a gateway. So once you step into a particular gateway of whatever aspect it is of folks are seeking, they then must continue to walk through it. But like my old man Panic usually will say, people will start to treat that process as like a religion. So now they're still doing externalization. They still haven't tapped into self. And so people are happy and excited because, man, I know something. I actually know something. I can speak to something. So I was one of those people, y'all. Let me tell y'all, if y'all would have met me 15 years ago, I was one of those people, very ego driven. It's like everything I said, it was me, I did this, it was like, oh God, girl, shut up, So it was a process. And then you become, and here's another thing that you'll see in a process, you go through that ego, that intellect, then you go through a time of narcissism. Hopefully it's a time of small narcissism because you're starting to identify with self. Some people get stuck there. If anybody has been around or knows a narcissist, they're very hard people to deal with at times. But it's a process because it's starting to self-identify. So the more and more people start to really want to do this, and they're tired of the way they're living, they're tired of what they're seeing, they're tired of not being able to manifest the things they want in life, they're tired of not wanting that great love, that great relationship that you and Dream Wise, DRA and Dream Wise just displayed in, when we first got on this live chat. So everyone is looking for these things. And so when they get tired and exhausted, then they are, they now are saying, hey, where do I go next? And then usually they'll find readers to say, hey, where do I go next? You see what I'm saying? So if y'all could keep going. Y'all tell me if you wanted to chime in.